Previously on Unranked.
We have to take a break.
Okay, you go.
And she might be throwing up. So hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll hang here.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
We should have like technical difficulties music, or like that's like do 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 do.
We've got the do 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 do.
Yeah,
yeah. I'll stick that in there.
With like a graphic or something that says like
Yeah.
Tuna fucked up or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's
or like
good.
Tom fucked up one time. Whatever happens. Do 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 do.
Hello and welcome to the 419th episode of the Unranked podcast. This is Christian Humes here with Alex, Tuna, Marinello.
Oh, just caught me mid yawn. I'm not even tired. I don't know what the hell that was. What's going on?
Not much. If you watch that, you see me smirk after you should put some kind of like graphic up, and the second you said that, I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was like, you just gave me the audio for it. Thank you very much.
Unbelievable. I'm shocked I'm not in the same hoodie I was last week. I feel like week to week I'm in the same clothes. So what's been going on? What are you doing? Doing the Pokemon? We don't really have a lot to talk about, people. So
I'm sure we will find.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is not a lot planned in my head. So we're going off the cuff.
Well, you said you had something right at the jump, but did you want that at the jump, or you want that post?
No.
Pokemon
post. Let's just get the Pokemon out of the way.
Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, look, last week was a good Pokemon, so
yeah. But this week, the trivia section on this Pokemon.
All right. Well, last week we had Weasel. This week we have its evolution, Floatzel. It is what you might expect from an evolution. If you think of Weasel really looks like it could have just been a starter Pokemon.
Yeah.
The design is that good. This looks like the mid stage for that Pokemon. It's like this. Yeah. This needs a third stage. This needs to complete the arc, I think.
Yeah. I agree.
If you're wondering what the difference is, instead of the rubber dinghy around its neck, it's now wearing it like a boa, and it goes all the way around its body. So it starts up at the neck almost like a big fur, but then it wraps around its back. Still has the twin foxtails. The center body piece now has an additional sort of like teardrop. And the fins are longer. Fin on the head is cooler. It's got little like black markings. It definitely just looks a little bit bigger and tougher.
It does. I actually don't like this Pokemon, which is funny because I really like his base
interesting
design. I don't like that. He just looks like a dick. He just looks like that like lifeguard at the pool that thought they were really cool, And I think it's because of the way he's standing. Like he's got his arms around that thing.
I think
like
he looks a little bit like a gangster.
No, I think he's full of himself. See, I'm taking the opposite approach. I'm thinking that he's like, yeah, I'm cool. He's like,
so we're both seeing the confidence. You think he's feigning it. I think it's real.
No, I don't think it's real at all. I think he's.
Oh, okay.
I think he knows he's a bitch, but he's just.
Wow.
I gotta look cool for the ladies.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how I'm getting.
Okay, so we're looking.
It's the vibe I'm getting from this guy.
I had a feeling we were taking a step down on this one.
Definitely.
I'm guessing it's going to be more significant than I thought, but it needs a third. Needs a third line. Got to get that third stage for this Pokemon.
I can absolutely be swayed. So
Well, tell me about its name.
Sure. First of all, I'd like to say that this trivia section might be one of the most bare bones trivia sections of any Pokemon that we've gone through.
Oh wow, you weren't lying.
So I will just read to you the trivia section. That is how short it is. So origin, Floatzel may be based on an otter or weasel combined with various flotation devices such as inflatable armbands, a life jacket, and a life raft. Floatzel's two tails can rotate like a screw. Similarly, how boats use propellers to move by pushing water. The name origin, Floatzel and Floatzel, may be combinations of float and weasel. That is the entire trivia section, folks. That's it. The whole thing. Done.
Yeah, that is very limited. I think that probably has to do with it doesn't have too many major appearances in the anime either or in the games, and that's got to be really one of the things that kind of holds this Pokemon back.
Oof. I think it should be held. I think that by that alone, it should be held back on our list. Not to the bottom, but not,
That's okay. I mean, I'm
I
probably
just,
inclined to agree. Let's go ahead. I'm going to shake things up here. Let's not go
uh,
to Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Let's go to Black and White and look at its Generation 5 Pokedex entry.
okay.
It's a common sight around fishing ports. It's known to rescue people and carry off prey. So it is a lifeguard for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a utilitarian Pokemon. You're definitely right about that.
Mm.
Oh, this is interesting. In
Uh-oh.
X and Y, it floats. And this is where Pokemon's always weird with anything that's like, it's a part of their biology, but it also just, it's like an inflatable. So like, what does that mean? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, what is that
Like
made of?
like any Pokemon that would or does, I'm not even sure if they do, have wheels.
Yeah.
Like, how do wheels actually work
Yeah.
in a bio uh thing?
Yes.
I don't know why. I just, again, sentences for me. Sometimes I finish them, sometimes I don't.
Magnemite. He's
So,
got like screws in him. Like, what's going on?
right. How's that work? What
Well,
makes
so
sense?
this says in X, it floats using its well-developed flotation sac. I do not like it being described as a
Mm.
flotation sac.
Well, it's kind of like those. Isn't there a bird that like scoops in air and then they have like an air sac that comes
Yeah,
out
it
of their
puffs
mouth?
its
I
chest. Yeah, yeah. The very
could be
famous, it
making
puffs
that
its
up.
chest and does a little dance. And
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe that's what's going on here. That's a little weird though. I'm
It's
telling you, this Pokemon, I
very
don't know.
weird.
I don't know about this Pokemon.
All right. Well, let's pull the list up.
Yeah,
Let's pull the list up. Let's take a look.
pull it up. What do we got?
Where's your initial feeling on this Pokemon?
I hate to say it, but like right in smack dab in the middle
Yeah.
is my initial, like, under Vespiquen, maybe? That would be like
I would
21.
put it above Vespiquen for sure.
Oh, wow. Okay. You'd put it above Shinx, our
I
great
would. I
barometer
no.
of
I see your argument here, and I
mm,
think uh, I really feel like this is just a mistake. Like this Pokemon was meant to have 3 stages. Um,
yeah. Yeah.
Shinx is such a great design.
Yeah.
I just
I'm good
can't
with it
decide if
right
I like
around
him
there.
better or not than the
Yeah.
fossils.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good with it right around there.
Let's put it above Rampardos, below Cranidos.
All right. That's fine. I'm good with that. That works for me.
All right, there it is. Number 20 on our list. So not terrible out of
No, not
33.
terrible.
33 deep for Generation 4. The last
Yeah.
Pokemon of series/year 7, season 4.
Season 4, right?
Yeah.
Series 7, season 4.
Well, it's series 1 of series 4, series 7 overall of the show.
Okay. Sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Maybe we should
So,
consider them sagas,
okay. Go on.
you know?
Yep.
Like within seasons, we have sagas. We have yearly a year is a series.
Yeah.
A season is defined by the generation, and a saga is the delineation between years of each season. So like season 4, we're about to finish our first saga, and we're gonna enter the second saga.
Sure. What arc are we in?
Well, we're doing the training arc right now, right? Before you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
And I get a text from Brett, who is
Mhm.
sitting on the other side of the couch.
When was this? Today?
This was like 10 minutes before we started this.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's a picture of the traders.
Okay.
So she said, "Have you heard of this show?" And I was like,
Oh no.
"Oh no." So I went, "Yeah, I've heard of it." And she went, well, my coworker said that there's like a lot of Big Brother people on it, and there's the Bachelor, someone from the Bachelor's on it. And she was like, she said like we would love it, like we would think it was so good. And I just went, yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to do it.
yeah, the problem, I just couldn't bring myself to say not only had I watched 1 season, but I've watched 2 seasons.
Oh, so now you need to pretend like you haven't seen any of it.
Right. Exactly.
Could you
So
convince her to watch the UK season that you haven't seen?
yeah, I think
Because
so.
that one is starting, like it just started, I think,
No,
this
I
week.
know, but I think we'd have to go through the other US ones
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
I don't think she would buy
yeah.
into let's watch the second season of the UK one. That's not
Sure,
as our
sure,
first foray. That's not
sure,
going to work.
sure. Man, you're gonna have to really fake it because
Yeah.
the US one is demonstrably worse than the
Hmm. Yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
Again, it's still
Uh,
great. Like I think if you don't have access to, which actually that's bullshit now because they have the UK one on Peacock. So just watch that if you haven't watched either of them. Don't start with the US one. But it's
hmm
still good. I mean, I still watch it, but it's
hmm
not the same.
No, but it's yeah. So I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't bring
Yeah.
myself to say, hey, by the way, I've been watching. Not that I've been watching it in secret, but
You didn't include because you didn't want to wait.
yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, if I
So
remember correctly, though, like it makes sense because it was around this time last year. It was when it came out. It was in like January, which was also when you were going to watch Lost, and that went
mm,
haywire because of
mm,
waiting for her to be able to watch Lost. So I
mhm,
understand why you're
mhm.
like, I'm already trying to
Yeah.
watch one thing.
I mean, I already got in trouble for watching Masters of the Air without her. Because her mom asked us, like, oh, if we were watching anything, we recommend anything. And I go, oh yeah, I'm watching Master of the Air. And she goes, what are you watching that? I go, I was watching it when you fell asleep. Like I'm watching it in bed when you fall asleep. Because I stay up till like midnight,
Yeah,
12:30,
yeah,
either playing games or watching stuff on my iPad. And
yeah.
she goes, I loved Band of Brothers. Like, why didn't like so I got in trouble for not watching that with her. And I was like, I'll restart it with you. And she didn't really like it. So
This is why I watch a lot of anime because I have to watch things that aren't going to get me in trouble for watching them alone.
yep.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
I I
sure, sure.
I literally have tried to fake it before, Alex, and I have gotten caught. Like I couldn't pull it off because I couldn't pay attention the same way I would pay attention
Mhm.
watching it for the first time. And Therese was like looking at me like halfway through the episode. I don't remember what it was, and she was like, "You've seen this already," and I was just like,
Yeah, yeah, I
"Fuck!"
remember
I
this. Yeah,
was
I
like,
remember you
"Fuck,
saying this.
fuck."
Yeah, yeah,
So I don't even try it anymore.
yeah.
Uh, Instead, I'm just
Yeah.
like, all right, I guess I'm gonna rewatch something again.
Hmm. 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 Yep.
Oh man, but that's exciting for you because it'll be fun the next time it's on for the first time.
Sure, sure. We'll see. We'll see. We'll
And maybe
definitely
she just
see.
won't like it either.
Possible.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of rewatching,
Okay.
uh, because of the untimely death of Akira Toriyama,
Oh, okay.
very
Yep.
sad, very sad.
Hmm.
First of all, a lot of great posts online.
Hmm.
Impossible to really. I mean, it sucks that we found out while we were recording last week. I was like, I can't deal with this right now. Let's move
Yep.
on. I decided to rewatch Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, not Z.
Not
So I
Z.
started. Maybe I'll do Z after. Who knows? Man, that show fucking moves. At least the first, like, I don't know what the first seasons or whatever were, but
Hmm.
28 episodes. In 28 episodes, Alex,
Hmm.
they have already collected all of the Dragon Balls, made a wish, and had an entire training and tournament in 28 episodes.
Wow.
It is
Wow.
like a
In
perfect
20.
concentration of everything you want out of Dragon Ball in just the first 28 episodes of the show.
Wow.
It's
Oof.
great. It was
Yeah.
great. It
Yeah.
was really good.
Ooh.
So I just finished that tournament arc today. It's great. I'm enjoying rewatching it. I don't think I'm gonna do all of Z. I might not even like part of me when I finished that tournament today. I was like, oh, that might be good. Like I got kind of everything I wanted out of that. I don't know if I need to watch the next 100 episodes because I feel like it's about to get really outsized and stretched out in a way that's not really like fun at a certain point.
Mhm. Mhm.
But boy, that early stuff is good. And it's what's really cool about it is, later, if for a lot of people, Dragon Ball Z is the original, and they think of Dragon Ball as the prequel, but it wasn't actually made in
Okay.
that order. But like most fans of Dragon Ball, it's like you're centered around Z. Like Z is the central point, and you have the thing that came before Z and thing came after Z. And people kind of think about it like the Star Wars prequel a little bit. But it works way better because it was actually made chronologically. And it's just funny thinking about like people still think like, oh, how is he friends with like Vegeta and stuff? And it's like, yeah, Vegeta's pretty bad because he like massacred entire like planets of people. That being said, like basically everyone that you think of in Dragon Ball Z as like Goku's crew was like a bad guy at first. Like
Right.
like
Yeah.
Oolong was a bad guy. Yamcha was a bad guy. Like all of the people he hung out with, basically other than Bulma and I guess Krillin were bad guys at the beginning. And we're all like either assholes or evil. Like Piccolo is evil. Like
Yep. Well, Piccolo, that I knew Piccolo was evil, but I actually, yeah, no, they were all evil, right? I think you're right. They were all evil.
Yamcha was like living in the desert alone. He was like a bandit, and he like tries to like kill Goku the first time he meets him. Like he was just like a child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what's funny is that like I remember watching Dragon Ball Z like the first episode or so, and when they all get together, they're like, "Oh, hey Goku, I haven't seen you in a while," and I had never seen Dragon Ball before.
Yeah,
So
either
Dragon
did I.
Ball Z, when they were like, "Oh, hey Goku, like it's been," I'm like, well, "Oh,
All
what did
right,
they all
these
see
are his
each other?"
friends.
Like, yeah, it was kind of like, "Oh, okay, oh, set that up quick." But
Yep.
I had no idea there was all this backstory for years.
Yep. It's cool. That was really fun to watch. You know, it was fun to do. I want to talk about another anime briefly, but I think instead I'm going to do this.
Uh,
Boys, as
Boys,
alerted by
one boy.
as alerted by our Discord, there's a new grape flavor which I haven't gotten yet, but there's also a brand new Spindrift Island Punch flavor. And this, Alex,
Mm.
this is it.
This is it.
This is an elite new. I mean, they come out with a lot of new flavors, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not for everyone. This is an elite flavor. This is entering the pantheon of top Spindrift flavors. I would personally place it at number 3 for me.
What's number one?
I go lemon.
Okay.
I go lemon limeade. And now I go Island Punch.
Oh, so you go lemon, and then lemon lime.
Yep.
And then this.
Yeah, and I sort of like I don't even sometimes I question whether lemon lime belongs there because I feel like it's too derivative from lemon. But lemon I love so much, so it's kind of hard for me to not just put it there
Sure.
because
Sure.
it. But
Yeah.
this and then I would put this
I hear
just
you.
above the new blood orange tangerine, which I think is exceptional.
Ooh, okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
You've got passion fruit, orange, and
Yep.
guava.
Passion fruit, orange, and guava. Yeah.
Tastes like Hawaii. It just tastes like tropical citrus fruit.
All right. And how much juice is in there? 5% or something, right?
Okay, so this is fascinating.
Oh boy.
It's not on the label. It doesn't give you a number.
Really?
I wonder if they've changed that. That being said, it's not even the highest calorie. It's 13 calorie. I think the highest one is 17. So I wonder if they've changed their branding for some reason with that, or if they just don't include that specific information. I don't know why that would change.
Okay.
Maybe with newer flavors, because I know in the past they've reworked flavors several times. Maybe they don't do that because they've reworked the flavors and it costs them more money to change the cans. Maybe that's why.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not listed. That was like the first thing I thought, because I'll tell you what, if you pour this one out, it's definitely like the darkest color I've seen. It looks kind of like juice when you pour it into a cup. Because I had to crack it open right away. So I put it into some ice, which I usually don't like to do because I don't want it to get watered down. So I put it in a ton of ice.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, just looks like juice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very
That's
good
great.
to mix. I'm looking forward to the summer. I'm gonna take one of these, one of the pineapples, pour them together, a little bit of gin. You got a party.
Sounds great. It's a party. This guy's a big time partier.
I texted Matt Acevedo about this. He's a big drifty. And he was like, where can I go get one? And I checked, like on Spindrift, they have a like you can search and find where you can buy them near you. And I even checked Instacart too. No one has the Island Punch in Southern California. So I had to order the case from Spindrift, which bit of a gamble because they only sell them in 24 packs.
Right.
So I was like, boy, I hope I don't dislike this.
Interestingly, we had a little bit of a snafu here. Brittany sent me to Costco to get these Nightingale ice cream sandwiches. So before I had left, she said to me, get 4 boxes of them because we'll keep 2 for ourselves and we'll give 1 to my mom. And I was like, okay. So I go there to Costco. I had to get a couple of things anyway, but I'm there. I'm in the frozen food section. I see the boxes and I'm like, 3? So I call her. She doesn't pick up.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
She doesn't pick up. Fucking classic. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm getting 3. So I get the 3. I go home, and she sees me carrying in. There were 18 in a pack, so 52.
So these boxes are a lot bigger than she thought.
So I'm going like this. I'm walking in with 52 ice cream sandwiches, and she goes, "What the hell is?" She's like, "What the hell is this?" I go, "You said get 3 boxes," and she goes, "Yeah, 3 boxes of 4, not 3 boxes of 18 each. Like there's more in 1 box than I wanted of 3 boxes." And I said, "Well, I called you. You didn't answer the fucking phone." And she goes, "Well, I called you back." I go, "I know you called me back, but by the time you called me back, I was on my way home. So there's no reason to pick up the phone. I didn't want to have to deal with it then that I fucked up. So I just thought I'd deal with it now that I fucked up." But, answer the fucking phone. If I'm out, answer the fucking phone.
Yeah, no, we have the same conversation often when I go to the store and then I don't get a message back. So now it's just, if I come back with something you didn't want, although
well,
you got 45
sandwiches.
lemons and 89 limes.
45 and 89 limes, right. So right. So now we're in. We got boxes. I got boxes of. I got boxes.
You got way too many fucking sandwiches. Too.
I got ice cream sandwiches for days.
How do you even have room for that many ice cream sandwiches?
And it's all the same. Well, we got a downstairs fridge and a freezer.
Oh, what a freezer. Okay.
Yeah, but I gotta tell. I mean, it's all the same flavor too. That was the other thing. I was like, it's not even like it's a goddamn variety pack. It's a fucking ice cream sandwich with cookies and cream ice cream, which is great. The first couple that you have, but by the time you're on your fucking 6th, 7th, 8th ice cream sandwich, it's like, wish I had a different flavor.
Yeah.
That being said, it's a very good ice cream sandwich. It's nice and thick. Nice. So, yeah, but I mean that's classic.
Is it like a real cookie on the sandwich, or is it just like
no, it's real.
Okay.
No, well, I think the way they've made it is they've cooked like a sheet. They have to like cook a sheet of cookie.
Yeah.
Right. And then they just have the sheet. But is
it like the dark chocolate standard cookie, or is it like a chocolate chip? Like what kind of cookie
chocolate
is
chip, it? Chocolate chip.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
And it seems like a real cookie, but like not in a circular. It's not that kind of ice cream sandwich. It's a rectangle.
It's a bar, but with a real cookie.
Yeah.
They've taken the 2 ice cream sandwiches, the design you like, but the preferable cookie, and they've mixed them.
Yes. That's what's happened.
I like this.
It's good. It's really good.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
A little hack for you. And this may
talk to me.
But well, you actually have that big trunk. So this might, I don't know what your trunk situation is, because how deep is your trunk, or is your trunk tall? You have like a tall trunk, right?
I have a Jeep. So I can put the seats down except for where the kids.
Yeah, but otherwise it's not that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, we have a Camry, which has like, although it's a sedan, has like a big truck. Like it's a very long sedan. It's like driving a boat.
I'm familiar with Camrys. An old one.
Well, we had gotten during lockdown to go to the movies. We would go to the drive-through, and to make that experience a lot better, I got like a big cooler that was like the biggest cooler I could fit in our trunk. And I got to tell you, leaving that in our trunk has been the ultimate thing for the grocery store, because when I go to the grocery store, I have all my bags. I pop open the trunk and I just drop them in. So especially if you have anything cold or frozen, it's like really good for that. But then there's nowhere for the bags to go. Like everything's like locked up and lined up. It's great. It's great. It's such a nice little way to organize my groceries. And then it doesn't take up space in the garage,
Sure. Yeah.
Gotta get everything off the ground so I can do VR.
We almost bought like a whole stacking freezer thing with like drawers. It was just a freezer that looked like a tall closet. We almost bought that from Costco, but I was like, we don't have enough freezer stuff. And this would cause us to buy more freezer stuff that we don't eat, because we don't even eat the stuff that we do buy. So
what's the electricity run on that for a year too, I wonder?
Yeah.
Just having that extra freezer go. She probably do you think you could stress that another freezer on that same circuit you have downstairs, or you probably have to put it on a different circuit?
Well, the box is the panel is right there. So if I wanted to, since
you could, since
I do know what I'm doing, I could run my own electrical.
You're not certified.
No, but I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could do
you
it.
know, I can
That's
just do it.
impressive. That is impressive.
Yeah, a couple summers with Big Tony,
Yeah. That's pretty
paid
cool.
off.
That's
I don't have
awesome.
to. I don't have to. If an outlet or a switch or whatever, if there's a line that's fucked,
Yeah.
I don't need anybody coming in here.
That's like one of the few things like at home that I want to learn for
Mm,
DIY. I gotta get back to
mm.
my drifty thing, but now I want to go. I want
That's
to just
yeah,
finish this.
drifties.
Here's a tip for you.
Yeah.
And this is I never brought this up till recently. I didn't think to actually is what I mean to say. But if you want to make sure your pipes stay clean in your house and you're not going to get like clogs, especially around like shower drains or like kitchen sinks. I learned this after we had the flood because I was like, what can I do to make sure we're never going to have a
Yeah.
backup anywhere? Like I don't want to clog anywhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know, like you probably shouldn't use Drano or liquid plumber. You probably shouldn't use those things. They're
Okay.
generally like bad for your pipes. They're
Mhm.
generally not good, especially because a lot of people have plastic pipes or they have plastic joints that they aren't aware of, and those things will eat away at them or eat away at the adhesives. You're
Right.
really not supposed to use those things. Like a lot of plumbers tell you, like, don't fucking use that. But there is
Yeah.
something you can use.
Okay.
And it's an enzyme cleaner. It's basically an activated enzyme that breaks down organic compounds. The
Yeah.
thing is, it's not great if you already have a clog. Like it can
Mhm.
help, but it's going to take you a lot longer and a lot more of it to use.
Mhm.
However, a preventative, like just using it a few times a year, it's
Mhm.
basically going to keep your clogs from ever getting that buildup. So, like
Okay.
every other month, I basically pour down, I think it's like 24 ounces down like our kitchen sink, and I do it in the showers and in the toilet. So I basically use like a jug every other month
Okay.
on the house. And
Yeah.
like, it's a newer house, so hopefully no backups anytime soon. But like this stuff
Sure.
will basically keep anything from happening because it will,
Right.
it'll like break up hair, it'll do everything. You just pour it in, I do it at night,
Break a what?
it'll break up hair, it'll break up like anything
Oh,
organic.
I thought you said break up hair.
Oh, break a pear.
Break a pear.
Break a
So I was
pear
like,
too.
that was very specific. Like, what was that in the commercial? They show that it breaks up a pear.
No.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, don't use Drano. All
All right.
right. So Matt's a drifty, right? I sent him this, and he was like, I got to go get some. And it's like, you can't. And so
Yeah.
but if
So
you
you're gonna
swing by, I'll
sell
give
yours
you a
for $20.
can. No.
Can
So I
for
gave him a can,
$20.
but he came by. But Matt is the most punctual person I've ever known in my life.
Okay.
He was like,
So what
I'll
you
be there at 6:30.
okay.
And I was like, all right. And this was like 5:15, so he was gonna come by after work on his way home.
Okay.
And that's considering LA traffic. At
Yeah.
2:29, I look at my watch and I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna be here on the dot. So I just like grab the can, walk down the stairs, put my shoes on. It flips to 6:30. I'm like right by the door, and I get a text from him. I'm out front.
Yeah. Do you think that he could have been like a couple of minutes early and he was like, I said 6:30, so I'm
I
gonna
think
drive
he
around.
was absolutely there a couple minutes early because he was parked in front of my house, just like sitting there on his phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
how long?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking, how long you been here?
How long you been here? I can't
How
believe
long you been here?
he's that much of a drifty. Like now I can't believe I'm using the word, but he's that much of a drifty that he stops by to pick it up.
I
I
think
mean,
it's better
look,
than drifters. That's what they call them. I think
yeah.
drifty is better than
Oh,
drifters.
drifter is terrible. They should totally go with what, Swifties, drifties.
There's definitely a big Spindrift Taylor Swift crossover audience.
Gotta do it.
Like something
She
tells
should
me there's
do
a large demo of their audience that likes Taylor Swift.
she should do commercials like the way Michael Cera did that CeraVe commercial and Buble
Yeah.
did the bubbly commercial. She should just do drifties for
Oh
Swifties.
man, that would just crush
Done. Drifties for
Bubbly.
Swifties.
That would crush Bubbly.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh,
I
we
mean,
thought we
come
had it with
on.
Michael Bublé."
Yeah. Drifties for Swifties.
Oh,
Swifties for it works both ways. Swifties
yeah.
for drifties, drifties
They
for
should do like a
Swifties.
golden ticket challenge. Just buy 2 tickets to a Taylor Swift contest and be like, "We're putting them
Yeah.
inside a random box
Yes.
of Spindrift this summer."
Do you remember when Keystone did that? Keystone had the orange can that like you could if you bought a
No.
30 rack. Yeah, Keystone had pretty sure it was just 30 racks. Could have been other racks as well, but
Yeah.
the 30 racks when we were in college, they were selling them, and if you I don't think you even won anything. I just think it was a cool thing that if you got
Oh,
like
really?
a rare orange can.
It's like getting an onion ring in your fries.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you won anything.
It was
So
just sweet.
yep. Yep.
Hell yeah.
So I have, for the most part, even if I haven't continued with One Piece, I have, for the most part, taken your advice and I have watched things that you've told me to watch. Okay? Would you agree?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look,
Okay.
I think
Have you
considering
watched?
your limited time.
Yeah, this is going somewhere. Have you watched The Devil's Plan?
Okay. So,
Is there an
I
excuse? Is there an
there is
excuse?
there is an
Okay.
excuse.
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I was gonna watch it this weekend and I
Yeah.
couldn't remember what it was called.
Oh my
And I
God.
tried finding it in the episode because, but I was just scrubbing through it. I couldn't find it. And it was like
Mm.
10:30
It
my
is.
time.
Let
So
me
you
tell you.
weren't going to answer.
I finished it. Okay. It was worth it. It's very good.
Yeah. I'll watch
Okay.
it. I'll watch it before the
It's
next
great.
episode. I'm going to watch it. How many episodes is it?
12.
All right. Well, I'm done with. I'm going to pause on Dragon Ball because I think I kind of want to stop with it so I can watch other stuff anyway, instead of like continue on. Like I got such a good concentration of it in those first episodes that I think that's like kind of all I really wanted out of the rewatch anyway. So I will start the Devil's Plan tonight.
All right.
And I mean, I know we're going to play some games tomorrow because we haven't been playing really much in the last week because our schedules.
Yep.
But otherwise, I actually already did all of tomorrow's shows. I'm actually like a day ahead on work, so I don't have any work tomorrow. So I will probably watch half of the show tomorrow. Like between today and when we talk tomorrow, I'll be happily done with this thing.
There's some decent cliffhangers in there
Yeah.
too. There's some decent cliffhangers in the show. It's a really good. It makes me like pumped for season because there is going to be a season 2. I'm pumped. I just like. I will. I mean, I've said this before, but I like how complicated the games are. Like for a general audience, this show might not work because for the rules being explained to a general audience, they might just be like, this is way too complicated. But I like that. And I know you like that. So, and I know we have another friend that also like some friends I would just not recommend the show to because it would just be like, no. But there's some friends that I'd be like, okay, you like logic games.
A lot of
like
people aren't even going to
puzzles,
watch it at the fact that it's subtitled already.
subtitled.
That's
right,
eliminating half the people I know off the jump.
Right. So anyway, that's all I got.
Okay, I will. You raise a good point. I will watch it because I have like unlimited time to watch things, so I should watch it. It's been tough because Teresa's been staying up to watch stuff recently.
I hear you.
And sometimes last night. So you haven't seen Survivor yet, I'm assuming?
No, I haven't seen it.
Great episode.
My mom
Dying to
texted
talk
me.
to you about it for a specific reason.
The fact that my mom texted me asking me if I had watched this recent episode makes your point even stronger. That
I'll be honest,
she's texted me about it.
I think there's like 3 things you could talk about from this episode, like all with different characters too. Like, so like I feel really good about this season.
Oh boy. All right,
but there's something specific in this episode that you're going to be like, oh, no wonder Chris wanted to talk to me about this episode.
Okay. No, I'm excited.
I won't say anything else. But yeah, so last night we watched Survivor Ends.
Okay. Yeah.
Teresa's like, how tired are you? I was like, I'm not going to bed yet. And she's like, Love is Blind. So we started it.
The Love is Blind reunion.
Dude, we started at like almost 10 o'clock. I didn't know it was like an hour and 45 minutes long.
Dude, yeah, we didn't know either.
I was exhausted.
Say, like, the last half hour, you don't really nothing really happens in the last half hour. All the good stuff happens in the first half hour, and it is good. They touch on everything.
It was relentless. The first 30 minutes of that.
They did not let up.
There were points where I couldn't look at the TV.
Same. I was cringing. I was like cringing. I couldn't look at the TV, and I was talking. And I'm like, oh my God. And Brittany's like, would you stop talking? I can't hear what they're saying. And I'm like, this is crazy right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was yelling at the TV like, shut up, just shut up, stop talking, stop talking.
Oh my God.
Why are you here? Shut up and stop talking.
Oh my God. I couldn't believe it when Trevor showed up. I couldn't believe that he showed up. Why would you show up?
him being
Dude,
there isn't even the worst part,
oh
dude.
my God. But like him,
Yeah. Yeah.
but like if I were him,
Yeah.
I wouldn't show up. I would just fade
No.
away into obscurity. I would just be like, you know what I mean? Like delete all my
Yeah.
social media and just
Well, that guy
go
Matthew was
away for
smart
a
to not
while.
come.
Yeah. Very smart to not come. Very smart to not come. I agree. What were you going to say was the worst part?
Just that entire first 30 minutes, like at a certain point, I was like, Trees, I'm like tired from this. Not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm tired of this, but like this has fucking
yeah.
drained me.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I've got
Oh,
nothing left after that. Like,
uh,
how am I supposed to go on? Oh, that was wild.
it was incredible.
That was wild.
I mean, the best is the casting. They just keep getting these fucking morons. They must be like the producers must be like, cha-ching,
They're filming the
yes,
next season right now.
yes, yeah. I mean, the fact that
It's
the whole Jeremy thing with sharing his location and then but his Apple Watch was actually still tracking him is amazing. He is such a sleaze. It is
yeah,
unbelievable how much of a sleaze he is.
yeah.
Holy shit. Ugh. And then Trevor, oh my God, it's just like one train wreck after another with this show.
It's the most
And,
toxic thing I've ever seen.
oh, you get like maybe one good couple, two good couples out of it per
Yeah,
season, maybe.
yeah.
Right, if you're lucky. I thought Clay handled himself very well.
Oh,
Very well.
I honestly, I was pretty moved by Clay at
Oh,
one point.
totally.
I was like, oh,
Totally.
I'm actually
Because
starting
you
to
know
get
what
a
it
little
is?
upset
I don't
listening to
think,
this.
yeah, I don't think it is an act with Clay. I really
No,
do
I
think
think
that he's got a lot of because you know what it is? He
I don't
really,
think
if
he
you,
wanted to break up with her. I think he just
no, I
didn't want
don't
to get
think
married in
so.
4 weeks. I
Right,
think if
right.
he asked
Which
her at
I
one
think
point,
is,
he was
yeah,
like, "Can we just not get married and keep dating?" Like he's like,
right,
"I probably want to marry you, but like maybe not
right,
like tomorrow. Can
right
we
now,
like wait 6 months?"
which is totally reasonable, I
It's
think.
unbelievably reasonable for any of
Right.
these people. Like,
And I also think like for him, like he definitely was going through some internal struggles because he talked a lot. Like when he
yes,
talked, he really talked, and he was
yes,
analyzing. You could see
yeah,
him like analyzing things in real time
yeah,
while he's talking, and it's like that's just a guy who's just reflecting,
yeah. He was
and it
just
kind of sucks.
externalizing everything.
Yeah, and he just
Yeah,
sucks that he's going through this at the same time, and I don't know that he realized it would be this heavy. Um, you say, "Oh, I'll go on the show," blah blah blah, but until you're in it, you know. So I thought he was fantastic.
yeah,
Uh,
I agree.
yeah, yeah. All right, so I haven't really played anything. I've
Balatro?
tried to play as much Balatro as possible.
Yeah.
I have had, I was trying to think of like what percentage of my runs would I say are really good runs
Go
versus
grab
like
your Switch. Go grab your Switch.
it's right here.
Okay. All right. Let's pull it up. Well, we don't have to reveal everything, but let's see some stats. All right. So what percentage of runs have been good runs? I mean, I count any time I win the
Oh,
run as a good
I'm in the
run.
middle of a run right now.
That's okay. You can go to the main screen and then go to your collection.
Right? Oh, almost hit new run. Oh, I did hit
Oh
new run.
man.
Oh
Oh
no, I didn't.
man.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't. All right, stats. You want me to hit stats? Best
Yeah.
hand, not
What do you have
saying.
game speed on? I have game speed on 4.
I have whatever the basic is.
Okay.
I have whatever with the default.
We don't need to reveal
Um,
best hands yet because that's for
no.
next week.
Highest round. Highest round is 25 for me. Highest ante is 11.
Highest
What are you doing?
highest round is 31.
Wow, 31.
Highest
Most played
ante.
hand.
Oh, 2 pair at 754 times.
Wow, most played hand for me is a flush at 358 times. Most money,
Oh, you're gonna crush me on this. 255.
471.
I've only been flush with cash once or twice, and
Yeah.
I've also, by the way, when I've been flush with cash once or twice, I never
Mhm.
really had the cards that made me get like multis and stuff from the cash. So
Yeah.
at a certain point, it was like just
Yeah.
I had too much money and then I was accumulating interest. Like,
Right. Right.
what is your progress?
19,
I'm at 25. I've got an 84% collection though.
73 on the collection. Challenges, haven't done any. Joker stickers? I only have
Wait a
1% of those.
I have, wait, where
Huh?
does it say that? Joker stickers. Oh,
Underneath
4%.
challenges.
And then 9% on deck
I
stake
only have
wins.
I only have 2% on the stake wins.
Where are challenges? Oh my god, I forgot I did this. I beat my first challenge.
Oh,
I have a challenge complete, which is challenges are tough. I'm working on unlocking all the decks. Have you beat anything yet on anything but base difficulty?
no.
Okay.
Like adding a chip or something?
Yeah, red stake is the second difficulty. So you unlock red stake, I think, on anything you've already beaten on white stake difficulty.
Hmm.
You can
Okay.
below that increase, and then you can't unlock the next one until you beat it on that stake difficulty. Each one unlocks per deck.
Got it.
But like so I unlocked to unlock the Zodiac deck, right? Which I have
Yeah.
unlocked. You have to beat red stake difficulty, but with any deck. And then to unlock the next one, you have to beat with any deck for green stake. And then there's black and blue and orange. Holy shit. I mean, trying to unlock these final ones might be really hard.
What makes it harder? Like the RNG gets harder? Like what becomes
Okay,
harder?
so red stake difficulty is small blind gives no reward money. So you basically should just always skip the small blind each round.
Yep.
Or if you need access to the store, just you're not going to get any reward money. That's it. So that's not terrible.
No.
Not terrible, but it does make it harder. Green, which I've unlocked on the ghost deck. So that's the one I beat the red stake with. Required score scales faster for each ante. So that means the required score is going to be higher and higher. And it includes the red stake difficulty. So I'm going to have to get higher and higher each time, and I'm not getting the bonus. So I feel like I'm going to get through green, but I bet the following one is going to be really tough.
Okay. All right.
It's a really great game.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Really great game. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing in fact we're doing a challenge. If you're out there playing Balatro and you want to send in your best hand, take a picture of your best hand, take a screenshot, drop it in the Discord. We're gonna reveal those next week. Our best hands of Balatro. So that is exciting. Alex, this is my my weekly One Piece check-in. So after I watch, what is this show called again? Fuck. I'm gonna write it down. What's it called?
The Devil's Plan. Fuck me. Fuck me.
You know what's funny is I think I've seen this like on the recommended for me.
You definitely
because
have.
I've watched a lot of game shows on there.
Yeah, you definitely
like,
have. It's
also
definitely
like foreign game
there.
shows.
Yeah. It's definitely sitting there. I won't be surprised.
Okay. I will watch that.
Yeah.
Speaking of foreign movies or foreign shows.
Okay. All right.
Perfect Days. Listeners
heard
out
of
there should check out Perfect Days. It is one of the most wholesome movies you'll ever watch. It's really, really, really good. It was an indie film. It was like an independent film that came out. Out of Japan. It was at Sundance. It won some awards. I sent you and Tom a trailer to it, and it's about this Japanese man who he works as a cleaner for the public toilets in Japan. Have you seen these public toilets where they're like all glass?
No.
So it's really cool. So imagine a big glass box, right?
Yeah.
But all the glass is colored glass, so it's like green, blue, orange, like, but it's like entirely glass all around. So you can kind of see through it. But have you seen these new glass windows that you press a button and there's a film that's applied to the glass that makes it look frosted when it's activated?
When it's activated, yeah.
So it's these colored glass, so they're already a little difficult to see through because of the the coloring. And then when you go inside and a person is like in there using the public restroom, then they go opaque, so you can't see through them. And so this guy's job is to go and clean those.
That's amazing. But why is it compelling?
Because it is about this guy who has this job that most people probably don't look at as like a great job, although it does serve a function to society and important. And it's about him finding purpose in just like the small things in life.
I mean, sold me.
The trailer is really good. It has, I think, it has like this really good, like poignant line of dialogue in it, which Dennis Villeneuve would argue is not important, but I would argue is
Give me a break.
But it is one of those lines where you're like, oh, that's a very well written piece of dialogue.
Okay.
That's like, so if you watch the trailer, interestingly, it's in 4:3, which is really fucking sweet.
4:3.
Yeah, like the old standard definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So
Cool.
that's on the docket. I'm wearing this.
Yeah, the One Piece hat.
That's right. Just for for the audio listeners out there to know what I got on.
What I got on. What are you wearing, ASL?
how do we get Tuna reading the manga?
I have the app. I have the
Yeah.
app.
What's got to
Yeah,
happen?
yeah. I don't know. I just have to. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Yeah,
Just give me some. I mean, I will tell you, the kid is becoming much more independent these days. I mean,
Yeah.
she is really. I mean, we are in like full-fledged no phase, like really in it now. Like she's just like no to everything.
Yeah.
Everything is no. Even if she means yes, like her instinct is to say no. I'm like, do you want breakfast? And she's like, no, yes.
Yes.
So like
no,
yes.
yes.
So she's like, no, yes. And then she already tries to trick me with the old switcheroo. So like she's in the bath and I'll be like, okay, it's bedtime. And she'll go, no. And I say yes. And she'll go, no. And I say yes. And then she'll go, yes. Thinking that I'm gonna
Yeah.
say no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not, I mean, I've been
No.
around the block,
Yeah.
Aves. You're not
Yeah.
fucking fooling me. Okay. So, but it's already kind of,
No.
she's lying too. Like she's lying. Like she's already, like
Where's she
she's
getting this from?
lying. I don't think I was this
Not Miss
sassy.
Rachel.
No.
No, you weren't.
School.
You were quiet.
I was a pretty quiet kid. So there's no way she's getting it from me. She might be getting it from Brit or school because she goes to quote unquote school now for them in the mornings.
Yeah.
So we'll, could be that. Could be that she's getting it from. But she's getting a little sass, get a little fresh.
Huh.
She's getting a little fresh. Yeah. I told her
What's the plan there?
Nothing. What am I gonna do? She's 2.5. I can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
So she's 2.5. You can't really discipline a 2.5.
You can't.
I mean,
yeah.
You can. I mean, she understood. The funny thing is, like, she jumps on the couch and I say, stop jumping on the couch. And she'll stop. And then she'll look at me and say, no. And then laugh. And I'll be like she understands the concept. She understands the concept that I don't want her to do it, but she just doesn't care. And I can't like discipline her because she won't understand what a timeout or what a, if you like, she won't understand this complex thing of if you jump on the couch, you might fall. I'll have to call the doc. Like we'll have to go to the hospital. You know what I mean? Like she gets it that she could get hurt, but
right.
She don't care. She don't care. So
it's wild.
That's how we do.
I mean, when does your kids start like preschool?
I mean, you could start them at I mean, she's already kind of in a well, she's not really in preschool. I guess 3. She's going to a preschool next year when she turns 3. She's going to one 3 days a week from like 9 to 2. So she's going like for a whole day, what they would consider a whole day. And then this is the most fucked up part. When she turns 4, there's a lottery here where if her name is picked, she gets free preschool. If her name is not picked, I gotta pay for the preschool.
Yeah.
And then she turns 5 and she's in kindergarten, and good luck to you, kid. I'll see you when you go to college. If you go.
What?
Call me if you want to go. I'll let you know.
How many people get access to the free preschool versus don't?
I have no idea. I actually haven't looked into it because I haven't had to concern myself with it.
Like, what
basically every kid who's 4 puts their name in the hat for the lottery of the free preschool offered by the town. And if your name isn't picked, you got to find a preschool to put them in, and you got to pay for it. So, obviously until they turn 5, then they're in kindergarten and they're in the system. Man. I don't know what the numbers are. I will tell you this though. This time next year, I probably will know very poignantly what the numbers are, and I will probably be talking about it on this podcast.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah,
looking forward to that. Great, but yeah, you really got to get on the One Piece because
all right.
The manga right now is just.
Wait, if it's on here's my question: if it is on the iPad. Do I really have to scroll to the left? Like, wouldn't they just put it in the order that I could just scroll to the right?
Alex.
Yeah.
You're asking the
No?
same question I asked for a long time.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what. Maybe it's somewhere in the settings. It certainly wasn't when I started using it.
Yeah, sure.
I'll tell you what. You will get used to it, and you will stop thinking about it. But I think I was annoyed with it for a little while
Yeah. Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
and admittedly, the reason it was also annoying too, by the way, is like you'd always scroll the wrong way on the first swipe. You always get it wrong on the first swipe, and they kind of insult you, and it'll be like, "Oops, sorry, wrong." You'll get a screen. "Oh, wrong way. You got to go the other direction for this."
Oh, fuck off.
But here's the thing I'll say, and I think I understand why at least it didn't have it, and I don't believe it
Yeah.
does, but
Okay.
I think if you're swiping to the right, then you're more likely to read the panels in the wrong direction, because not only are you swiping left, but the panels are in the other direction. And that's like the more important thing, is that you do need to read right to
Yes.
left. So if you're
Right.
swiping in the other direction, you're probably,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
it
How annoying though.
yeah, and by the way, there's a weird little learning curve of like you'll read panels out of order by accident because you're just going to by default go left to right.
Because I've been reading left to right since I was 4 or whatever
Yep.
the hell. However, we're 5 whenever I started reading.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least the letters are left to right, you know.
Fuck me, could you imagine? Oh, Jesus Christ. I
I've
think I
often
would just
said,
tell you.
I don't know why they don't just flip,
Mhm.
you know, just flip it. Just there's
Yeah.
got to be like an AI app now that can do it. Just flip it.
Just
and
do
then,
it.
Then put the translated text in.
Right. I'm with you. I get your point. Yeah.
Just for us stupid Americans that
I'm
are lazy.
I'm really lazy. That's
but
the
yeah,
whole
it's at the peak
I'm
of its
really
game.
lazy.
Imagine someone making a story for 25 years and writing like there are things, Alex, that are like poignant to
Yeah.
the story right now that are like from the first like
Sure.
100 chapters of the fucking
No.
that like by the way, like when they were introduced and some of the things they said about characters or characters mentioned or like things that you saw visually just seemed like
Yeah.
fun extraneous information that like, you know, made the world seem interesting, but now are like popping up and you're like, oh my God, I forgot this ever even happened. Like, wait, hold on a second. Wait, what? It's impossible to spoil this because from where you would be starting the show, where things are now, the context is so bizarre that I could probably straight up tell you things that like would be spoilers, and you'd be like, the words you just said mean nothing to me.
Okay.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm
All right.
not too worried about talking about that. But yeah, if you're a One Piece fan out there and you're just watching anime, that's great. The anime is like fucking kicking into gear. It's just entered the arc that the manga's in. That arc in the manga is ending right now, so we're kicking off the end of that arc. We're very clearly in the real end game of this thing. I think it's been maybe the best arc of the whole show, the whole thing, right now.
Wow.
Which is it's been, I'd say, for the last several years, it's only gotten better, which is kind of like a hard thing to do, I think, for a story that big. Unlike Game of Thrones, where it feels like the story gets away from them, and like bigger and bigger stories, like they accidentally write themselves like into a problem, and the story gets out of control. This weirdly has had the opposite happen, where the longer it has gotten, the more interesting it has become, because the creator of it hasn't forgotten all of these little details that they like came up with, and like must just have one of the like most encyclopedic minds out there. So it's great. It's great. It's super great.
Awesome.
Game wise, yeah, same thing. Helldivers, I do want to say that mech is pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, mech is cool. I only used it once, but it was good times.
The mech is sick. I haven't seen the vehicle, but apparently there is a vehicle that has appeared in some matches that will be probably rolled out overall, which kind of happened with some of the other stuff. But it looked like an up to 8-man vehicle, so possibly we might be getting a sort of big team mode. And other people have reported seeing stratagems that allowed them to call in like NPC Helldivers. So there were some computer-controlled Helldivers, which maybe that's what the 8 people is. But like both of those sound very cool, especially because right now it feels like Super Earth is getting their ass kicked. Right? It feels like the enemies, we've got flying enemies now. They've been kind of kicking our ass. So, we need more weapons of war to take these guys on. All right, Alex, you want to talk a little bit of news?
I mean, I don't know any news, but if you want to.
You don't know any news?
Yeah.
Well, Aaron Rodgers might be a run for vice president. No, I'm just kidding. We're not talking about that. Well, PAX East is coming up. Tom will be there, so we're going to record early next week because it will be, Series 8, Saga 2 of Season 4 of the Unranked podcast starting next week. So we are going to record early next week with Tom. PAX, I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of new stuff. I was watching this sort of stream of upcoming YouTube video of like upcoming games coming out this year that are all like indies that you haven't heard of. Man,
Okay.
I don't know how many are going to come to console. I do hope a lot of them come to Switch for you, Tuna, because they're looking good.
Okay.
They're looking, there's a lot. In fact, there's a game that was on Steam Next Fest that I totally forgot to play and I meant to, called Harold Halibut. Does this name ring a bell?
When you said it, it did.
So Harold Halibut was on like the second ever fantasy draft we did, like still before like Fantasy Drafts website like was a thing. It hasn't come out yet still, and it looks like because they had a playable demo of it, it's finally coming now. It's a stop motion claymation game where like everything was actually like handmade and animated, but
That's
then
cool.
like photographed and like digitally scanned in. It looks like Wallace and Gromit, like you're playing a Wallace and Gromit like video game.
Very cool.
So
that is cool.
Pretty excited about that. And speaking of Wallace and Gromit, I was on a Discord today for Walkabout Mini Golf. People are very excited for a brand new announced map, Wallace and Gromit, coming this summer for Walkabout Mini Golf. And
it's going to be, I mean, if this game keeps going, they're going to get more stuff. I mean, I'm so excited.
Yeah. And this everyone is expecting in the Discord. They're like, well, this shouldn't be the next course. There should be one, if not two more. Like they have like a projected course, like timeline. And the next course, they're like, well, if they stay according to schedule, which Ice Layer was like right on schedule, basically, they're like, the next course should be like April 24th or something.
Yeah.
So there might actually be possibly two, but it's probably one more course and then that one. But interestingly, I saw something about the Walkabout Mini Golf course that's coming, which I'm gonna lower my so you can see this image. Wallace and Gromit's
Golf-O-Matic.
It's got a windmill. I think this is going to be an incredible course. Calling it the Golf-O-Matic.
Yep.
This graphic was put up and taken a picture of by Mighty Coconut, but this I saw in the Discord for the team making the Taskmaster VR game. So I did a little check-in on that, and we got our first look. They have an image of what the backstage at that theater looks like because they were going to be doing like some stuff backstage, I guess, in part of this game, and they got to actually scan the theater and everything else. So like, oh, well, like we've revealed the backstage of the Taskmaster theater through this.
Wow.
Getting really excited about that. It looks like they're still pretty much on schedule with their development, so they're feeling pretty strong about it releasing later this year. But no word yet of anything outside of Oculus, unfortunately. Same goes for the other VR game I checked in on today. The Escape Simulator VR DLC is coming out April 2nd for Oculus, but well, on Steam as well. It's a free like upgrade to the game. They said that they wouldn't talk about other platforms until the game was out, which means in a few weeks when it does release, after that, and probably a week or two of like updates for whatever is broken, which happens in every game. After that, we should finally be hearing as whether or not it comes to PlayStation VR, because I'm not going to touch this game because I want to wait so that we can play it on PSVR hopefully. But yeah, that game I'm very excited about. So if you're a VR player, especially on like Oculus or Steam, I mean, you've got two great games to look forward to at the moment that are coming. yeah, other than that, let's see. Mario Day happened. The Mario
Mario
movie
Day.
sequel was
Yep.
announced.
Yep.
That's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
Out of the movie?
Yeah.
Uh, Wario and Waluigi. I think they should make an appearance.
Really, you want Waluigi?
No? What's wrong with
I mean, I
Waluigi?
don't hate it.
Oh my god. What's wrong with Waluigi?
I don't know, man.
What?
He's never shown up in anything other than basically party
Mario
games.
Tennis.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he shows
this
up
is
in sports games, and
this is his time to shine, baby.
maybe I feel like I mean, if you remember the finale of the movie, right? We got the
Yeah.
little after credit scene of Yoshi Egg.
Oh yeah. I mean
I'm
Yoshi,
feeling
obviously. You
this
gotta
should
get
center around
Yoshi.
Yoshi, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe at the
Maybe we
end,
go to a Yoshi
Waluigi.
Island. We got to find
All
Yoshi's
right.
home.
That's
We
good.
got to
That's probably is what it's gonna be.
Yoshi Egg hatches in New York because it was outside
Yeah.
in the real world. Mario's got to take him back. That's why he has to go back to Mushroom Kingdom. And him and Luigi got to help him find his home. So they got to return him
That's
to
it.
Yoshi's Island.
That's it. You got the movie down. You're done. That's it. That's the movie.
And Bowser wants to find the Yoshi Island for himself,
Right.
or what, like, so he's going to
Yeah.
be chasing after it too.
Yeah.
That would be great. I would watch that.
Same.
Oh,
It's
you could
great.
do Captain Toad, like, they're going on an adventure, give him the little outfit.
It's good.
There
Solid.
it is.
I like it. That's the whole
There it
movie.
is.
I don't know why they better. Hopefully, someone's listening.
Yeah.
That's your movie.
And the other two things were, well, actually, the other one thing, but the thing I want to talk about, Spider-Man, the Great Web. That game was meant to be developed. It was canceled it was an Insomniac title. It's going to be a multiplayer game based on everything that we had in Spider-Man 2, which I mean I think was an incredible game. I platinumed it last year. I thought it was amazing. It's probably my third favorite game last year after behind Alan Wake and Zelda. Sorry, fourth behind Alan Wake, Zelda, and Walkabout Mini Golf.
Yeah, I was gonna. Come on.
But yeah, unfortunate. I mean, I wonder. A part of me wonders if that got leaked, with leaked with some quotation marks, because maybe people see it and they're getting mad and they're like, why aren't we getting this? This looks amazing. This looks incredible. But from what I understand, even the Spider-Man 2, like these games just cost so much money to make, and that's actually becoming a big issue. So that's probably not going to be the case. I hit a button on my computer and it started playing something. It did remind me though, because Tom was very upset. He was, we were texting about this and he was very upset that this was canceled. I'm way more upset about the Mandalorian game being canceled by the Titanfall developer. I mean, what a perfect combination of things. They have made it two very good Star Wars games.
Yeah.
And they've made a very good Titanfall game.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like, well, what if we, kind of like this ice cream sandwich you have, combined those.
All right.
A Reese's, if you will, of video games. And it seems like EA was like, we don't want to pay for those license fees. We need to develop our own IP. And what's going to happen is, like, are they going to allow them to do another Titanfall instead? Is that what we're going to get? Are we going to get like another something in the Apex Titanfall universe? Or are they going to come up with something else? And that just might not land because it's, a no-name thing. But if it were any other developer, I'd be like, you should have just stuck with the Star Wars.
Right.
But I don't know, just let them make Titanfall 3 now.
Just, dude, Titanfall is so good. I love Titanfall. I don't understand why there isn't another Titanfall. Like,
dude, that campaign.
If I was a billionaire, I would be paying the people who made Titanfall 2 to make Titanfall 3 now.
That's on your list of priorities.
If I was a billionaire, I said this to you before. If I was a billionaire, I would tell the Walkabout Mini Golf guy to, well, not the guy because it's like a team now, but I would tell Mighty Coconut, listen, I'm going to give you some course ideas that I would like. Okay. Get the IP.
Yeah.
And then you design your own courses, doing your own thing.
I'm going to bankroll. Every time I want a course, I'm going to bankroll 2 courses. So you guys can make whatever you want, and you're going to make one that I want.
Exactly. Exactly. And then with the leftover money that I have, and then whatever profits, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm still a billionaire, so profits be
Yeah.
damned.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would just give that to the Titanfall 2 people and just be like, please make Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
And there
That's
you
it.
go.
That's all of the $1 billion. It's spent on Walkabout Mini. I'd be like, also, I need you to make a version of this that works on Apple Vision Pro just so I can play it on that display.
Exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
you could buy a Quest now.
I would be, the other billionaires would not like me because I would not be in the
Yeah.
interest of like making more billions. I would just be like,
Yeah.
no, I'm doing this and fuck off.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, there it is.
Wow. Man, that is something, Alex. So I'm just seeing if there's any other news here that seems important.
Nah.
Not really, no. Okay.
Fuck it.
Alex, I have something for you because we made plans to go do a thing tonight.
We
So
did.
we're gonna jump into something else tonight. I've a bit of a game for you.
Okay.
Because then we'll do the post show and then we'll go. Because we'll be back with a big show with Tom next week.
Yeah.
Are you ready for your first ever op quiz?
I'm gonna be honest with you, that little didn't work.
Oh,
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at all. But yes, I'll take a pop quiz. I'll be impressed if you were writing questions of what we did during this episode.
No.
Because
I wouldn't give you a.
I don't even remember what I just said 10 minutes ago.
No. All right.
That was a pretty long game intro.
So that was the full one. We don't usually always hear the full one. I just kind of let it play.
Okay.
All right.
Even though
so
all
Alex,
you were going to say was pop quiz.
This is inspired by when you said you could name all the levels in Halo 2.
Here we go.
Now this isn't something you said you could do, but this is why it's a pop Chris.
Yeah, it's pop Chris. Well, I'll do a pop Chris.
Let me just take care of that. Okay. So what I have here, can I get a hand check?
Yeah, sorry.
No phones.
No phone. I'll keep them like this the whole time.
All right. We're going to see how good you do. I want you to name every stage of Super Smash Brothers Melee.
No. Okay.
And here's the thing. If you can describe it well enough,
yes,
then I won't require the full name of it, but we're going to try and get as many names as possible. Do you want the count for how many there are?
I think there's like 20. How many are there? It's like 40. There's a lot of stages in Melee.
29.
You want me to name 29 stages?
We're going to see how many you can. We're going to see how many you can.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Battlefield, Final Destination.
Yep. Interestingly, Battlefield was listed as special stage, Battlefield.
All right, well, you're not going to ding me for that.
No. I don't remember it being designated that way. But I think you only played there in like the level before Final Destination, and it was always like some weird modifier. You were playing like a Chrome Mario or like the Polygon guys, the wireframe guys is what they were. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so Battlefield, Final Destination, Hyrule Castle, Floats.
Yep. That is right. I just, you know what? Let me just pull it up on my phone because looking at it on my computer screen from farther away is just harder to see.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yes. Kanto Skies, Floats. Got it.
Okay. Metroid, dark something with a D, right?
Metroid
like
what?
Depths or something with a D. Metroid.
Yeah, Brinstar Depths. Yes.
Brinstar Depths. Okay. Mushroom Kingdom.
What do you remember what the Brinstar Depths level was?
It rotated,
Okay.
didn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it did.
It did. Okay.
Yeah. What was the one you just said?
Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay. Yes. Mushroom Kingdom. Yes.
Okay. DK Jungle.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, there F-Zero, like the race Mute City,
Yep.
Pokemon Stadium,
Yep.
um, Yoshi's Island,
Yep.
Great Bay, Zelda Great Bay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're doing great so far.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. There was one that was like, okay, this one I think is from Earthbound. It was the one that had like the flying saucer that comes in. It was on the top of a city, and like the Pokemon would come out sometimes of like the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I do know what you're saying. They're
You know
just
what I'm
the
saying?
way these are written, it's a little,
Mm-hmm. Um, there was another
Okay, it's
Metroid
this.
one.
How did you describe it? The Earthbound one?
Uh, it was the top of the city, and it had a
Yes.
flying saucer that
Okay.
would come in.
Yep. Yep. Okay. That's
All
Eagle
right.
Land Foreside, apparently.
Oh, no way I would have guessed that in a million years. You could have given me the rest of my life. I
Yeah.
never would have gotten that. I don't think there weren't two Pokemon stadiums in Melee, right? It was just the one Pokemon stadium, pretty sure.
Let me check for you. No, there was just Pokemon Stadium and Pokefloats in
Okay.
Melee.
Okay.
Yeah. It changed. The Pokemon Stadium had
mm,
like 3 different, remember, you would have like the grass area and then you'd have the
mhm.
different areas that would pop up.
There was an Ice Climbers level. Um, pretty
Yes,
sure.
Infinite Icicle Mountain. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Still never would have guessed that name. There's another one with the three block. Oh, Kirby's Dream Land, for sure.
What happens on it?
The tree in the middle blows you to the left or the right.
Okay, yeah, green greens.
Green greens. Okay, but there's also I think another Kirby one that looks like it's like purple, like it's in space. And
Fountain
it's
of
like a cup
Dreams.
fountain of dreams. Okay, I was gonna say it has water coming out of it. There's a Mario
Oh
level with the
wait,
three.
I
Was
lied.
that
It's called
uh
Oh, okay. You know
was
what?
that
There are
Brawl?
2 Kirby's Dreamland stages. One is called Dreamland and one is called Green Greens, but they both have the tree. One is just the tree with one stage, and one is the tree with 3 platforms and has
With
the
three
blocks
platforms.
between them.
It has the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
blocks. Yes. Okay.
I'm counting both of those because the first one's actually
Mhm.
called Dreamland, but the one you described is Green Greens,
Okay.
and
All right.
it's
We'll
yeah.
take it. There's a Mario one that has the pipe that goes up on the right with the three yellow blocks in the middle that can be destroyed and get fucked if they're spinning. It has a green pipe on the left, I'm pretty sure.
I
It's a
mean that's very
Mario level.
specific.
It's a
And
Mario
that
level.
so wait, it has
In the middle, I think on the top floating and then in the middle spanning like a little bit is are three yellow blocks that you can hit and they'll spin. And then on the right there's like a mountain and on the left there's a green pipe, pretty sure.
what's in the middle?
Three blocks that span the ground, but below the three blocks, the three yellow blocks is just you fall and you die. No? Was that Brawl?
Okay. I think that's Brawl. There are you know what? There's 2 Mushroom Kingdoms. I'm just gonna give it to you because it's Mushroom
Okay.
Kingdom 1 and 2.
Okay.
But one looks uh you can look at your phone really quick. I'm gonna send you something.
All right.
One looks like this. It's
That's
basically,
not the one I was thinking
yeah,
of.
okay. Size. I think I know what you're thinking of, and I think it's Brawl.
Okay.
And then the other one has like the blocks with the platforms, but it doesn't have the blocks on the bottom. It has the blocks on the top. And it has like 2 platforms on this. It looks like.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. So then there's our favorite. I think one of our favorites
Mhm.
was the Earthbound level with the tree with the bush that like used to float, and it was like a town, and the cars used to come at the bottom.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then there
Eagle Land 1.
was
Yep.
Star Fox ship, 2 of them, 2 Star Fox ships. One was head on, one was side view.
Okay.
Right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think this list that I'm looking at, like the names just don't seem correct to me, to be honest with you. So
Okay.
it's just you're good. It's just hard for me to confirm because I have to like actually okay, so yeah, there's Lilat system, Venom. That is the one where you're straight on, you're fighting on the wings. That's that one that you mentioned. And then what's the other one that you're describing?
It
You're
is like the ship straight on. So you're looking at the wings, but it's like
yeah,
flying.
yeah. That's the one I just said. What's the other one?
The one that is like the famous one, the one that you're battling on the top. It's from left to right, and then you can
Yeah,
jump
yeah. And
down
then
to the
there's the
guns.
like the fuck you zone if you like hang out
Yes, the
below the
fuck.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Corneria,
Um,
yep. All
yeah.
right, you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 missing. That's it.
Okay. The only ones that I can remember now. The problem with this is that I might be combining stages in my mind. Like I'm pretty sure DK had another stage, but I can't think of it.
Okay, so I'll tell you this. Describe the DK stage that you remember because there is more than one Donkey Kong
There's
stage.
well, the one that's really dark and the one that looks like SNES. And then there's another one that looks a little more modern that like it's not from really any game.
What do you mean looks like SNES?
Well, it looks like the game. It looks like it has like the same colors, like the brown, it has the barrel that floats underneath. That's like
Okay,
the
the one with the
stage.
water. So that's Jungle Japes and then you're
Okay.
okay, so you're thinking of both Jungle Japes and you're thinking of Congo Jungle. So those are the 2 that you've thought of. Yes.
Okay. The only other one that I can really think of is Mario Rainbow Cruise.
Yes, Mario Rainbow Cruise.
And then I said the Earthbound one. Wasn't there one? This might be Brawl. Wasn't there one that it wasn't Mute City, but like the cars were raced, like you could jump on the cars while they drove?
Big
And
Blue.
that's it.
Yep,
I don't
F-Zero
have
Big
any
Blue. All
I
right,
don't have any more.
so here's I'm gonna help you here.
Okay.
You're missing very few. You actually might be missing one less than you are because some of these are listed twice. They have like the past stage version, and I'm not sure if that's actually different or if
Okay.
it's just a comparison from when they made this.
Yeah. Probably missed the
Okay, so
Metro.
you're missing so you have one character that's missing one,
Mm-hmm.
or like one class of character, I guess you could say one franchise that's specifically missing one character that's missing two.
2.
Yep, one character that's missing one, and another character that's missing one. Um, one of the character that's missing,
Oh, Yoshi's Story?
yes, Yoshi's Story.
There's a book with a heart in
Yeah.
the middle.
What do you think Yoshi's Island was? The one that you said.
Um uh the one that Yoshi's Island. The one that had the
Oh,
2
Alex,
flat.
you know
What?
what? The
Yes.
one you're missing
Yeah.
is actually Yoshi's classic stage. The one that has
Yoshi's.
the 3 blocks that you were talking about that
Oh.
spin, that's a Yoshi stage. That wasn't a
Oh,
Mario Kingdom
Yoshi's.
stage. Yep.
Oh, well,
That's the
there you
one you
go.
were missing. So you already named that. So you're only missing 3.
There you go.
Um,
3 total.
yeah, one of them is a character you have not picked a level for yet. The other 2 are from franchises that you have named
Haven't
levels
picked a
from.
character for
Yeah,
it?
so think of all of the characters that are in Smash Melee, which
Oh,
isn't too many.
I got it.
All right.
I got it.
What is it?
Mr. Game and Watch.
Yeah, it's Flat Zone, baby.
Yeah.
Man, when are they gonna add fucking Smash Melee to the Switch? Just do it. Just
Yeah,
do it.
just
Let
do
me
it
play
already.
Smash Melee.
Yeah.
All right. So
So just
you
give me the
remember?
characters.
Okay. So you're missing a Metroid, and you're missing a Mario universe.
I'm missing a Mario universe. Was it like stage 1 or something, or from Mario?
So
that,
you
like,
have
looked
Rainbow
like that?
Cruise, and you have the
Uh-huh.
2 Mushroom Kingdom stages,
Uh-huh.
and then you're missing a very, I think, classic Mario stage. The 2 Mushroom Kingdom stages just look kind of like Mario levels.
Yeah. And then the other Metroid, I'm missing a Metroid. Is it the one that like you could like my sword could hit it? There was
Yes.
a part
And you
that my
could break
sword could hit
pieces
and you could
off,
break the pieces off. Okay, so that's
and the
that one.
lava would rise,
The
and
lava would rise.
Kraden's
Yes.
like in the background.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So
All right,
all
so
I'm
you're
missing is
only
the
missing
Mario,
one. This is impressive.
the Mario one. I can't think of it. I really can't picture it.
Okay, what is like you think the most iconic location in Mario?
Level 1-1.
In
The
3D Mario.
castle. The
Yes.
castle.
Peach's
Oh, I'm
Castle,
just
where the
missing.
giant bullet bill comes
Oh,
down.
yes, the giant bullet bill. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it
This
comes
just
off to
makes
the
me want to
side.
go play Smash Bros, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This makes me
Yeah.
I really just want to load up Smash Brothers now.
So good. Such a great game.
Oh, it's such a good game.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of Rolf, maybe we go play some fucking Smash Brothers.
How are we gonna do that? Oh, that's or just any Smash Brothers.
Yeah, we'll just play old stages. We'll play
Yeah.
old
Right.
stages only.
Yeah.
Oh man. All
Oh,
right.
boy.
That's gonna do it for this week and for this series and this saga, this arc of season 4. This has been the Unranked Podcast. Thank you so much once again for listening. Go ahead and hit those show notes. Send us an email. Send us a line. Send us a call to 805-738-8692. Drop us a line. Join the Discord. Do what you want. We're going to be here. We've got 2 challenges next week. We've got Tom back. Very excited to see him. I mean, he's going to have a lot to update us on. But until next time, everybody, I just want you to stay unranked.
Suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it.